Can your boys Dortmund do a little something? I dare them. Milan, both Milan sides saying what's up in El Serie. Don't you dare call it Serie. It's okay, respect the damn Italian league, you losers. Can Real Madrid and that no tactics are below us do something in La Liga after not beating a volcano? And is it a done deal with Arsenal and the EPL? And is Carrick going to steal that race for freaking top 5, top 4 against Football Weekly? Kidinski! We're here. So let's start first off, of course, with the Bundesliga. So remember, guys, if you're not a football merchant and you don't like football because you're a loser or something, there are bookmarks below, so you can, if you want to look at the La Liga or EPL whatsoever, on the timeline below, I'll put them all in a bookmark, so you can skip to the bookmark that you want to do. If you want to watch the whole video, watch the whole video. If you want to skip to specific topics, the bookmark is there below. I have bookmarks and chapters in a timeline below. So, shout out to your boy Dortmund. Okay, guys, look, let's be real here. So Dortmund have cut it down to 6 points. They've cut it down to 6 points. And if you look at, so let's look at form. So Dortmund, their last 5 games, they've won 4 in the last 5 games. Bayern Munich, remember, they took their first L to Augsburg, and they were held to a draw last weekend. Because before we're saying that, oh no, this thing is done, it's over, it's just not going to happen. But look, things are close. I mean, I still don't believe Dortmund are going to do anything. I still don't believe that they're going to do anything because, look, see, like, no offense, but it's Dortmund. And we are, because, bro, what's it called? Bellingham's last season for Dortmund, and I think there was the chance for Macron to say what's up. When Dortmund failed to win the league on the final day of the season, where the trophy was at Dortmund Stadium and a replica was in the stadium where Bayern where Musiala scored that crazy last minute goal. When Dortmund lost that, I lost all faith in these guys. So for me, I don't care whether it's 6 points, 2 points. Even if Dortmund were 10 points ahead on the final day of the season, they'll still find a way to freaking lose. So I don't trust these guys at all. Shout out to boy Harry Kane. He is on 20. Guys, look at that. 22 goals. The next guy there is Dennis Undav on 11 goals and 10 goals. 22 goals, insane. So, well, I don't know how many games he's played, though. Actually, did they show you how many games he's played? So he's played 20 games. 22 goals, but has actually played 20 games. Hold up. Okay, so I think he's played every game. And now this is what's interesting. So I'm not sure what the record is. I think the record might be 20 or 25 by Messi. I think Messi has the assist record. Michael Olise is on 15 assists. So Michael Olise has a very good chance of breaking that record. Because we have that, so there are 14 games left. I think it's 34 games. I think it's 34 games that these dudes play. And if that is the case, there's a very good chance he could say what's up. There's a very good chance he could say what's up. So Michael Olise has a good chance of breaking the assist record for a season. The cynical person would say Bundesliga tax, it means more doing it in, let's say, in La Liga or in the EPL because of the competition. That's a cynical person. But if you want to be real and if you want to be fair here, a record is a record is a record. So if Olise breaks the assist record, albeit in the Bundesliga playing for Bayern Munich, Wikipedia won't say, well, there's an asterisk. All Wikipedia will say is, no, he said, well, what's up? He broke the record, and that's all that matters. So, lo and behold, all that to be said is that, shout out to Dortmund making this interesting. I am not putting one kobo on Dortmund winning a Bundesliga title. If Dortmund have a chance or the pressure is on, these guys will fold. Bayern have the whole thing. But as we always say, Bayern are only going to be judged by the UCL. That's what they're judged on, not by the Bundesliga. They're judged on if they win the UCL, which I don't think they will, but they have a very good chance though. So let's go to let's right over to Liga, shall we? Let's just go over to Liga. So Liga. Um so PSG, so I think PSG drew, but they had actually a man down. So PSG drew sorry, they beat Strasbourg. Shout out to your boy Liam. They beat Strasbourg, but I think it was Hakimi who was sent off, and they won 2-1. Did Lens win? Lens won. They beat Le Havre 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. So look, um, PSG have been looking a bit tricky so far. They've been looking a bit tricky, especially in the UCL as well. They've been looking a bit shaky. Now, the next game that PSG have, I believe, is against Marseille. So it's a huge derby game. Yes, so Sunday is a huge derby game, PSG against Marseille. So that's a huge, massive game. And remember, I think, let's be real. So Marseille are 9 points behind. So if they were to beat PSG, they'd be 6 points behind them. So actually, no, that makes it interesting. So because if PSG beats Marseille, then it's fully a two-horse race. If it's a draw, fine. If Marseille beats PSG and get it down to six points, it makes things very interesting. It makes things very interesting. It makes things very interesting. It would be amazing if Lens were able to win because I believe so. Let's see. So who won? So this decade. So obviously last season PSG, 23-24 PSG, 22-23 PSG, 21-22 PSG, 2021 Lille. So the last time anything other than PSG won was 2020-21, and I've scored 1920 was PSG. So yeah, look, Lens are making it interesting. Lens are making this interesting. So if Marseille can beat PSG and Lens can say what's up, they'll make things interesting. So, but I PSG win it. PSG win it though. I think they'll win it. Wait, hold on. What was this? Wait. Oh, for you. I'm about to say like, what is no? Nothing that was from last season. Well, there we go. The domestic abuser, aka Greenwood, with 13 goals. Not bad. And he's also leading on GA with 17. So I think he's got okay. So 4 assists and 13 goals. The thing is, bro, say what you will, Greenwood is having an amazing season. I just think due to PR attacks, he ain't going to be recalled by England. Let's just be real. He's not getting recalled up by England. That's just not happening. But he's having an amazing season. So look, I just think for PSG, they'll win the league. Although if Lens are able to do this, because I can't remember the last time because I know Montpellier have won, Monaco have won, Lille have won, but I think Lyon obviously had that huge stretch. I don't know whether Lens have ever won Liga, and even if they've won Liga, it must have been a longer time ago. Because remember, Nantes won it like around the 90s and everything. So I don't think Lens have ever actually won Ligue 1. But if they've won it, it must be a long time ago. So if Lens win this with the might of PSG, that's a Dubinsky. Like you can't say it's an absolute amazing Dubinsky if they do that, but it's doubtful. So let's check out this Serie, bro. Let's check out the Serie. So Serie, what's Serie saying? What's the Serie saying, man? So let's just look at the results from the season. So what we're saying, given that Dubinsky. So the Atlanta Hawks 0-0 against Como. Obviously, your boy Lukman has left, thankfully. Inter beating Cremonese. Bro, Juve are beginning to say what's up. So remember, Juve gave that European fraud a three-piece, 3-0. They're beating Parma, away to Parma, beat them 4-1. So shout out to your boys, Juve. Um, so, so Milan play Bologna tomorrow, which is very important. So Napoli beats them 2-1. So if you look at the table, so if Milan beats Bologna, they're 5 points behind Inter. That's still something. And when do they play each other? When is the next Milan derby? Hold on. The next Milan derby. Let me give Milan. So the next Milan derby is in March. So March is the next Milan derby. So I don't think that will be a decide. Okay, so it's actually pretty soon. So you see, it would have been better if they made the Milan derby nearer the end of the season. So Milan have to play. So after the Milan derby, then they have to play Napoli away in April, and then they have Juventus at home towards towards the end of April. So I'd have liked them to have made the Milan derby a lot later. Then it'd be exciting. And bro, the last few Milan derbies have actually been pretty exciting. So if you look at Inter's games, hold on, where are Inter's games? Um, so Inter Juve is in like a few weeks time. Inter Juve is 14th of Feb. Then of course they have the Milan derby. Um, Lazio. Actually, Inter actually have pretty winnable games. So they've already played Napoli twice. They've already played Juve twice. And you look at that run. Okay, they've got Roma, Fiorentina away. Um, so after the Milan derby, their probably hardest game might be Roma, maybe. So if you're, I think yeah, Inter win it. Inter win it. Look, Milan can do a little something, but Inter win it. I believe Inter win it. I believe Inter say what's up, you know. But shout out to Allegri. Still, bro, the last time Milan were even in a tight race, who knows? And this is the funny thing. So last year, okay, Inter won 23 to 24. No, sorry. 24-25 Napoli. 23-24 Inter. 22-23 Napoli. 21-22 AC Milan. 22-21 Inter. 19-20 Juventus. Bro, so you've had like literally like four different teams win the Serie. So insult Serie all you want. Insult Serie all you want. But in terms of competitiveness and different teams winning, it's probably one of the most exciting leagues to watch. And finally, we have a guy firmly on double figures of goals. So Lautaro Martinez on 13 goals. But bro, look at that. So Pulisic with 8 goals. Nico Paz with 8 goals. I think with 8 goals. But you know what's very fair? What do you see there? 13 goals, not a single penalty goal. So all those goals are from open play. So when you see someone like Mbappe, oh my gosh, 23 goals, or Haaland, 24 goals, okay, fine. Take away those penalty goals. Specifically, the penalty goals where they didn't win the penalty themselves. Because I believe if you take away the penalty goals, Mbappe is like on 12 or 13 goals. So that is actually pretty impressive for Lautaro Martinez to be on 13 goals from open play. And this is what I say for Lautaro Martinez. When he's bad, he's horrible. When he's good, Lautaro Martinez is one of the best forwards in the world. It's just that he's so hot and cold. He'll either give you like an 8 or a 9 or a 2 or a 3. But he's a guy that for me, it's worth the gamble. And you look back at that World Cup final, it's South Lautaro Martinez all he wants. His shot and the power of his shot is what led to Messi to give that rebound. So yes, he somehow was breaking his way through the final, but he was pretty consequential for Argentina getting that goal that would have been the winner. So for Lautaro Martinez, he's not an elite player. He's not a top tier player. He ain't Batistuta. He ain't Saviola or any of these greater Argentina strikers that have played. But when he's good, and he's very good, you just need to maintain him and get his head right, and then he can say what's up. So that's the main thing. All right. Let's go over to La Liga, man. Let's check La Liga. So, La Liga. So, wait, hold up. For me, I kept on thinking that Real Madrid dropped points. Sorry, they beat Real Vallecano because they beat them. Sorry, they beat them. Mbappe late goal. So here's the thing here. It's still close. Things are still very close. So of course, Barca, they what was it? So a 3-1 win against Elche, Yamal goal and assist, and Real Madrid with that final penalty. So here's the thing. Now let's look at Real Madrid. Where are Real Madrid? So for Madrid, look, I mean, they've been on a pretty good run. So this is obviously mainly this only La Liga right now. They've been on a pretty good run. So, but I think You see, that is where they messed up. You look at that, that's where they messed up. Drawing to Rayo Vallecano, drawing to Elche, drawing to Girona, that's where they really effed up. That's what we really, and the real big faux pas was that loss at home to Celta Vigo. That was that's a game they win. They win that game, they're still top of the freaking table. So them losing to Celta Vigo plus all those draws is just what gave Barca the momentum. So of course, so Valencia away. Then so wait, where are Valencia in the league? So Valencia 15th. So fixtures rollable. So yes, so Valencia away, Real Sociedad. So when is El Clasico? So they play Atleti in March, 22nd of March, and El Clasico is 10th of. See, Italians take note. That is perfectly put. So that is with 38, 37, 36. So match week 35. So 35, 36, 37, 30. So match week 35 is El Clasico. Is El Clasico. That is crucial. That is crucial. So of course they have their athletic game at home in March, but that is going to be crucial for them. Because then you've got Real Oviedo, Sevilla away, and then Athletic Bilbao at the crib. So the Sevilla away could be, but that's so I like how that's placed. I like them putting the El Clasico there. If you look at Barcelona's games, so of course, so they have Mallorca at home, the Girona away, Levante, Villa Fake, Athletic Bilbao. So they have Atleti away in April, and yeah, in April. So that's so actually no, that's fun because that's also. But remember, Barca normally do well against Atleti. Barca normally have a very good record against Atleti. So the way I view it is so look, Atleti, look, it's a two-horse race. Real can still win this, but the way they're operating is so unsustainable that you're not sure whether they are going to win games. Barca are just in free flow, and Barca just seem to be flowing better and just be playing in a lot more confidence with a lot more chemistry. And Barca are easily winning games. Real Madrid are having to get their way through victories, which are two very different things. So my bet is on Barca, but 1 point is 1 point. 1 point is on 1 point. And who'd have thought that Barca would have lost to Sociedad? So it really should still be 4 points now. But we didn't know that they lose to Sociedad. So again, so remember we saw Lautaro Martinez was on 13 goals from open play. So wait, it should show you. Oh, sorry. It should show. Yeah, there we go. It's right here. So 8 penalty goals. He has so those are 8 penalty goals that this guy has scored. So that's 12. So it's 10. So he's got 10 goals from open play. Hold on, that can be right. Hold on. So basically 14 goals. So remember, look, shout out to me, small man, what a baby. So 14 goals. Lautaro Martinez, 13 goals. So that's why it's always key to use context here. So he has scored 14. Mbappe's scored 14 goals from open play. 8 goals have been penalties. Lautaro Martinez has scored 13 goals from open play. So if you were to ignore penalties, 13-14 is very different. So imagine if Lautaro was given all those penalties, and which is why this is the rule that I want to make. This is the rule that I want to make. If you get fouled, whoever gets fouled takes the penalty. Then it makes much more sense. It doesn't feel right for me in my soul that someone else who does the hard work gets fouled, you take the penalty, and then I should then give you credit towards your goal tally. Fair enough. You put the ball in the back of the net, but you didn't work to get that penalty, which you should score because the advantage is for you to freaking score. So Brahim Diaz was nowhere trying to do his Brahimka for that penalty. I get that. But I would like that situation where a player who gets fouled takes the penalty. Because whenever I look at the goal time, I'm like, okay, how many of those goals were from open play? Okay, how many of those penalties did you win? That's my thing. So yeah, you should always use context with what you do there. So you see, that's shouts your Moriki, but that's 14 goals, but 4 penalty goals, so that's 10 goals from open play. So that's my thing. But look, as I said again, actually no, I want to look at another thing. That's 8 assists from here. Gole has 7 assists. Really? Where did he get 7 assists from? Shout out to Rashford. 6 assists. Rashford has 6 assists. Shout out to bro. Rashford has been doing his damn thing. Rashford has been doing his damn thing. Wait, how many Gs does Rashford have this season for these guys? 4 Gs. 4 Gs, 6 assists for a guy who many people thought was completely washed. So shout out to your boy Yamal, man. Doing his damn thing. And how many goals does Yamal have? Bro, he's almost on double figures. So 9 goals, 8 assists. So he's almost on double figures of 4 goals and assists. And for Mbappe, look here, 4 assists. There you go. Look, we had a whole debate about it on the Hangouts. He's the most valuable player in the world. In terms of overall value that he brings, he's the most valuable player in the world. He's the best player in the world. He's chief ogre. And in terms of offensively, he is the most valuable offensive player in the world. And this freak is still a damn teenager. Put some respect on Lamine Olusegun Yamal, first of his damn name. Guy is an insane talent. If he improves his goal scoring, he could be truly frightening. An absolutely frightening player. All right, so let's go to a final one. So the EPL. All right, EPL time, man. EPL. Arsenal have won the league. It's not a jinx. It's not a reverse psychology. Arsenal have won the league. So let me tell you how Man City effed up. So let's just go to let's just say how Man City effed up. So let's go to Man City right now. So literally, I don't know what's happened in 2020. Man City have only won once in 2026. Has there ever been a Pep team that have only won one game in 2026 as we've just entered February? This has to be one of the worst Januaries for Pep that he's ever had. So to draw against Sunderland, to draw against Chelsea, a Chelsea team that had a guy from the freaking road in as manager, draw against Brighton, lose to Man United, who just had a new manager named Mikel Carrick come through, Wolves, and so the only team that Man City beats are the team who are firmly bottom of the EPL with one of the worst records in EPL history. It's abysmal. It's absolutely abysmal. Like, that is why I said this is not a title race. If this is the team that's battling for the title, you're not being serious. Which is why people have said that this is not a very competitive Premier League. I've never seen a team in second perform this badly at such a crucial stage of the season, which is obviously January. They've been asked. And if you look at, I don't think they beat Liverpool. Remember, it's Liverpool away. Liverpool have not had a good turn in form. I think Liverpool have been playing better than Man City so far. And Liverpool need to win to get top 4 or top 5. So it could be 9 points come next season. So they have Liverpool, then Fulham at the crib, then Newcastle, Leeds away. Okay, then you've got Forest and West Ham and everything. But if you look at those next few games, Fulham is an easy game where they City are playing. Newcastle are a team that always give them issues. Then you've got Leeds United away from home. Those are tricky games for this City team. And you look at Arsenal. No, sorry. Look at Arsenal. See, there we go. So if you look at their January, so they beat Bournemouth. Oh, that was a big 3-2. Then drew with Liverpool, drew with Forest. That's when you saw that the see, those 3 games is where Arsenal effed up. This should be Forest. See, Liverpool, okay, it's Liverpool, it's fine, United, they should have beat United. So if they beat United and they beat Forest, That's 6 points. And guys, we're looking at they're on 59 points. They're 59 points. So therefore, that's Arsenal should be 12 points clear. Arsenal should be 12 points clear. If Arsenal had beaten Forest, which they should have, and based on how good their home record is, United at home, 6 points, they should be 12 points clear, and we're not even having a discussion right now. We're not even having a discussion right now. So I think, but again, if City were City, we have a title race. If you drop points to Liverpool, those three games, Aston were literally begging City to say, let's make this exciting. It's live. Let's make this exciting. So those three games of draw to Liverpool, draw to Forest, lost to United, the fact that City could not capitalize and it's still like this, come on, you're having a laugh. You're having a laugh. You're having like bro, six points. You're having a laugh. So, and if you look at Arsenal's fixtures, Sunderland at home, Brentford away, Tottenham away, fine, not London, but it's for Chelsea. So they should beat Sunderland. And if they beat Sunderland and Liverpool win, that's 9 points. Then you've got obviously Brentford away, then you've got Tottenham, then Chelsea. Then it's pretty plain sailing. Then of course you've got City, April. I'll be real with you, and people call me crazy. I think by the time we get to that City game on the 18th of April, I don't think that game will matter. So much so that if Arsenal beats City, it will be close to being mathematical. I mean, there are a few games to go, but that's just my prediction. I feel like if the gap will be so significant that if Arsenal either avoid defeat, but specifically if Arsenal beats City in that game, I feel it will be close to mathematical. My prediction is Arsenal can either win the title against Fulham or West Ham. So this is my calling here. I think Arsenal can clinch the title against Fulham. At worst, Arsenal can clinch the title against Burnley. So because obviously you'd always want to clinch the title at home. It always feels good. I remember there was one time where Arsenal won. Either at home or at a rival's place, I think Arsenal won the title at Old Trafford where Wiltord scored the key goal. I can't remember what year that was. But the year where Wiltord, I think, scored the key goal at Old Trafford and won it at Old Trafford. But the next best thing, winning it at either Old Trafford or Tottenham Stadium, is winning it at the Crib. But I think Arsenal can win the title against Fulham, 2nd of May. Because that's 38, 37, 30, match week 35, very possible. Because I believe that this could be like a 12 points gap. It should already be a 12 points gap, if no more. I believe that if it's like a 12 point gap, that's like a 4-game swing. So I think it could be like a 13, 14 points gap. It should be. Like Arsenal, Sunderland, Brentford, Tottenham, Chelsea at the Crib. We'll just go say Brighton, Everton, Wolves away, Bournemouth. These are very winnable games. So Arsenal, up to that City game, Arsenal should have a healthy lead. Arsenal should have a healthy lead up to that City. The only game that is tricky for Arsenal is Chelsea. Bro, Tottenham are trash. Don't give them that, not on the hype. Tottenham are garbage, bro. The only game that could be a possible slippery one is Chelsea. Because Chelsea are a team who, they're the kind of team that would maybe take a point off of them. So, but they've got the game on the Crib. Outside of that, Brighton, Everton, the Cubs, Bournemouth, a useless Tottenham, Brentford, Sunderland, they should win all those games. See, for City, I don't know whether they beat Liverpool. I'm not sure whether they beat Fulham. I'm not sure whether they beat Newcastle. You see, I look at those games that City have. The way they've been... If this was City of old, Oh, Liverpool, okay, maybe a draw. Fulham win, Newcastle win, Leeds win, win. The team is so bad. The team is so trash that the only 100% I see is West Ham. Maybe. Even look at West Ham, it's maybe. And my thing though is, bro, before they get to Arsenal, they've got to come to your boys. And we need that win. So before they go to Arsenal, they've got to come to the bridge away from home when we need that win. And you already saw what we did with those guys without a damn manager. This Arsenal, I think, are going to extend that gap. That 6 points gap is going to be extended. It's going to be extended. Like people say, oh, Arsenal going to bottle. You can't bottle to ass cheeks. City are ass cheeks. You could only bottle to a good team. City have clearly not been a good team. That's a fact. So for Arsenal, again, I think these guys win that game out. I think they win the title against Fulham. I think they win that title against Fulham. So, actually, let's just do this. So, top four. Top four. Let's just look at the top four. Look, well, it's actually top five. Actually, it's actually top five. Let's look at the boys Chelsea. Look at the boys Chelsea. So, basically United just annoying me. Please, Liam, please, don't do anything 2-0 down. Wolves should be a win. Leeds at the crib. That's a very healthy 3 games there. That's a very healthy 3 games there. So, okay, and then it gets tricky. See, then it gets tricky. Arsenal, see, those are 2 games. There's Arsenal away, then Villa away, then Newcastle. So those 3 games, that block is where it gets tricky. Then you've got Everton. See, it's tricky. That could be massive. That game against United could be massive. And they're going to play Liverpool away. Woo-wee! Not easy. Not easy. And if you look at Liverpool, so obviously Liverpool plays City, then Sunderland away, Forest away, West Ham at the crib, Wolves, they'll beat them, Spurs, they'll beat them, Brighton away. So Liverpool's, then they've got United away, and then they've got to play Chelsea. So that is going to be the key week. Those 2 weeks is going to be key from May. Call it Mayday. Call it Mayday. 2nd of May to 9th of May is going to be key because we basically all play each other pretty much. So Liverpool play United, and then they play Chelsea. No. For Liverpool, and let's be real, and this is my crazy prediction, I think Liverpool go far in the UCL. So Liverpool play United away, Chelsea at the crib, Villa away. Those are 3 tough games, all back to back to back to back. So my prediction for Liverpool is, I think Liverpool finish 6th, 7th, they make the UCL final or even win the UCL. That's my crazy gamble shot to the dark Liverpool hot take there. But see, because Liverpool actually have, okay, you ignore the Man City thing. Sunderland, Forest, West Ham, Wolves, Tottenham, Brighton, Fulham, those are very winnable games. Merseyside derby. So they could really just bolster a whole bunch of points. But as we've seen in this EPL, nothing can be taken for granted. Oh, sorry, hold up. And we look at Man United, bloody man, pricks. So my brother must be so happy. So Tottenham at the crib, bro, look at that. So Tottenham at the crib, West Ham struggling for a relegation, Everton, okay, Palace at the crib, Newcastle away, Villa at the crib, Bournemouth, Leeds at the crib, then they've got Chelsea. So you see, for United, it's not that bad. So for United, it's they play us away from home, then Brentford, then Liverpool. So that band there is going to be very key. Those weeks is going to be very key for United. Chelsea away, Brentford at the crib, Liverpool at the crib. So United probably have the better fixtures, probably. Because if you look at it, Villa, that's at home. So United's hardest game is at Chelsea away. It's your boys. Yeah, that's the hardest game. Because Liverpool is going to be tough, but that's at home. That's at the crib. And it's a derby game, and United are going to be up for that game. So the tough game for them is that Chelsea away. And they go Brighton away on the final day of the season. It's tight. Something tells me Villa don't make it. Something tells me that Villa don't make it. Like they do something, but they don't make it. So they got Bournemouth away, Brighton, Leeds at home, Wolves away, then Chelsea, United. They've got Forest away, Sunderland, Fulham away. Then they've got to play Liverpool. Then they have City on the last day of the season. So it could be very key. Them playing City on the last day of the season. Something tells me that I think that you may have a scenario where Villa drop out. So, okay, my prediction is Aston first, City second. Bro, it pains me to say this though. I think United are going to get third. This new match, I think United are going to get third the way they are rolling. I think we get fourth. Villa fifth. Liverpool sixth. But Liverpool make the UCL final. And then it's all hands on deck for them to win that championship. I think Liverpool comes sixth and they make the UCL final. I think Villa will come fifth. Or you could have a scenario where Villa... So who did Liverpool play last day of the season? So Liverpool play... Oh! Wait, so Villa... Who do Villa have? Wait. You know what? Scrap that. Here's my thing. I think Liverpool might just make it on the final day of this. Liverpool might make it the final day. So remember. So Liverpool play Villa away, penultimate today. Then they've got Brentford at home. So while Liverpool are playing Brentford at home, Villa have to play Man City. Now, I think the title will already be done. But if it's not done, it could be a must-win game for Man City if it goes to the final day of the season, which I don't think it will. So, but in that scenario, though, I do see maybe Liverpool sneaking it and getting fifth on the final day of the season. So my thing is this. So Aston, City, United, Chelsea fourth. Liverpool might just steal it in fifth, and then Villa sixth. So I think Liverpool might steal it in fifth. Because just looking at those fixtures, I think Liverpool beats Villa. Villa then loses City. Liverpool win those two games they beat Villa, they beat Brentford, and they make it. But look, it's a close thing. But look, put it this way, my guys and everything, just win that damn UCL. Because I'm over my Chelsea. Forget this whole top fight thing. Because I'm only here for the Premier League. Just win the UCL, and that is all that freaking matters. And we can go home, say goodnight, and do whatever we want to do. It is what it is. Gets real. All right, guys, I'll see you next week for another of these ones. But one love, stay true, stay real.